I wanted to make a video on the topic of what's so different about successful people. How are they usually like? What differs them from like regular people? Why is like some guy just, you know, more successful? Like, is it like his you know, how he was raised? What is it? What is it that helped him to become who he is? Like, what is it? What's so different about successful people in general? Why do they succeed? And why do like some people just stuck in the dirt and live a shitty life for, you know, most of their life? What is it? What distinguishes that? What is it? Okay. And, you know, something I realized is that really there's no distinction at all. Like, straight up, we are the same. You know, the successful people you see, usually they're not that different from me and you. The only difference, I would say, is that they put in the time to get better at their craft or whatever it is, right? So the more work you put into something, obviously the better you get. It's not like you just wake up one day and it's like, oh yeah, I'm successful now. Or you're just born successful, you know, and you're like, yeah man, I don't have to work hard, it's all done for me. No. You have to work. You have to work hard. That's the key ingredient. There's nothing else. Sure, you can get lucky, sure you can have like successful parents that do most of the work for you, but that's not even fun. That takes like the whole enjoyment of the experience of becoming successful. It destroys it. It like makes it so it takes the fun out of it, really. But here's a critical component. I was just at a programming competition, you know, full of people like from the entire country, and I'm like, damn, look at those guys. They're so much better than me. I'm like, oh my god, they have some sort of innate talent, you know, they're somehow better than me. Oh my god. And I meet these people and I see, wait, they're just normal. There's nothing like particularly different than me. So it's all about the work that they put into it. So the more effort you put into whatever you're trying to get good at, obviously the better you become. I mean, that's just common knowledge. I mean, everyone knows that, but nobody seems to want to accept it. It's all like, no, they're just special. Even if I put in the work, I can't get better. I can't become like them. And dude, it's fucking bullshit. Don't trust that. It's just about hard work. So don't trust this idea in your head that thinking that successful people are somehow different than you, that you're up there on the pedestal, you know. I would do this in the past, you know, I would meet like some successful person, you know, just see him like in public. I'm like, oh my god, it's a successful person, holy shit, they're that cool. What do I say to impress him? And really, it's like, you talk to the dude and you see like, oh wait, he's just a regular guy, just, you know, going through life, dealing with the same bullshit I'm dealing with. Only difference is he had that work ethic, you know, he had that ability to just do the necessary work to get better at his craft, and you know, he just took a lot of action. That's it. He took action, he got better. There's nothing else. Like, even me, like, whatever I've accomplished, like anything at all, I mean, I just say this all the time, but there's nothing special in me. Like, seriously, straight up, I'm just a regular fucking dude, just making these fucking lame videos because I enjoy it so much. And you know, I suck. In the beginning, I sucked making these videos, like talking in front of a camera, like, oh my god, like, holy fuck, no thanks, no way in hell, I'm not doing that. But you know, I eventually just kind of got used to it, and I'm like, okay, this is not that bad. You know, I found some exercises online that taught me how to be more charismatic, how to speak more freely in front of a camera without being so robotic. So I'm going to talk about, you know, I used to do that in the past. Like, now it's like more like free-flowing. I'm just kind of blah 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 blah, whatever comes to my mind, I just express it. You know, this is why I love making these videos. They allow me to express myself. So even if you suck, you can get better. Just practice. Practice makes perfect. I mean, again, common knowledge, but people refuse to accept it. They think that they have to be like a different breed. Like, successful people are somehow different. But I guarantee you, the more successful people you meet, like the more you meet them in person, you see them just do the regular things that regular people do, the more you're gonna come to realize they're just normal people, man. They're just doing their own thing. They're just trying their best. You know, they make mistakes, they fuck up, you know. They do the same things that we do. There's nothing special. If you want to be successful, you gotta put in the work. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. I mean, yes, there are certain like limitations. Like for example, you can't be like probably like a professional NBA player if you start playing basketball like age 30 or something like that. You know, if you've never played basketball in your life, you're like, I'm going to be an NBA star. I mean, that's not very realistic, but what is realistic is that you can get better at basketball by practicing. You know, I talked about this in another video about talent and how it's like, it's mostly about the practice, about the deliberate practice that you put into like whatever you want to get good at. Eventually you learn, okay, you know, maybe there is hope for me after all. Like, if you go through that rough patch in the beginning where you suck shit, you really suck, and you know, it's kind of discouraging because you're not seeing any results. Eventually you push through that, and you see some actual tangible results that you can show to people, and you're like, God damn, there's hope, yay! You know, it gives you that optimism to just keep on improving and improving. But you know, it's just the first part is kind of difficult. You know, getting that initial momentum, that initial you know, inertia to just get moving. That's the difficult part. When you get into it, it's not difficult at all. You're just kind of flowing. You're just getting better and better. You know, steadily. Like, it all depends on how do you divide your focus and attention and your effort. Like, you can't be the best at everything. You can try to be the best. You can be like, I'm going to be the best at everything, you know, I'm going to be ripped, super rich, like super smart, the best at programming, the best at you know, street workout or whatever, you know, I'm going to be the best. But realistically, the more you divide your focus and attention and time and effort as a whole, you realize, well, I guess I can't be at an elite level, but I can become at you know, I could reach a decent level and become pretty good at a few things. Like, not the best. I mean, that's my personal philosophy. I think that a balanced life is more valuable than becoming like you know, the best, like you know, at an elite level at one particular thing and letting everything else suffer. Like, for example, some guy that's like super ripped, like the strongest fucking guy, like, whoa, like his abs have abs, but he's fucking poor. He, you know, or so, you know, he's like, oh, obsessed with how he looks. He's like, oh no, my head pack, it's not visible enough, you know. Or, you know, some guy that's like a computer programmer, you know, he's like the best at programming, but he doesn't have any social skills. He can't even say hi to a girl or something like that. You know, these are just obviously extremes. I mean, I've seen plenty of people that are not like this, part of these typical stereotypes. These are just stereotypes. But what you learn eventually is that a balanced life is actually pretty cool, but it has its pros and cons. So you can be the best at everything, but you can become good at a lot of things. You can reach a decent level at almost anything if you just put in the time and the effort into it. You'll be actually pretty surprised by the things that you can accomplish. And again, kind of rambling, but on the original topic, successful people. They're just people like you and me. They just put in the work, and eventually they saw, okay, I can become successful if I put in work. You know, I do this thing, I do it again and again, and I get better eventually. And life is just awesome, really. So, whatever you want, start now. Just build a plan, do it over time, build a habit of doing it, and eventually you'll be surprised if you go through that rough patch in the beginning of sucking shit. You'll be pretty pleasantly surprised. You'll be like, damn, there is hope for me. I can become awesome. I can reach my dreams. I can do whatever I want in my life. And if you're young, that's even better, because you can literally do everything. Like, the older you get, you know, you kind of tend to become more grounded down by life. But that doesn't mean that you should give up or never try anything new again because, oh, it's too late, I'm too old. No. As I said, you may not reach like an elite level, but you can become pretty decent at whatever you want. Just put in the work, and you'll be quite happy that you did. Okay, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. Man, I kind of built the habit of just rambling on for too long, but I'll work on that. Just like I hope you will work on your dreams, on becoming better, on accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish. And remember, successful people are just like you and me. Nothing different at all. We're all cut from the same cloth. The only difference is that some people choose to put in more effort into their craft. That's why they become successful. That's why they, you know, they excel. It's because they put in the work. They just become better over time, and you know, it makes it seem impressive, and you're like, oh my god, how did you do it? But it's no mystery, it's no magic. Hard fucking work. So, okay, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day. Peace!